Hello, channel. This is No Fun Gaby Dunn. I've mentioned this a little bit on Snapchat and on various places, but the cat just ran by. She wants to be in the vlog. Yeah, I'm gonna start vlogging. So I set up a little corner in my apartment. It's got some books and interesting things. Doctor Who toys, teeth. What are you doing? Diva. So it didn't seem right to me to keep this whole channel just dormant. So I got some lights from the one and only Stevie Bobby. I'm using my phone to shoot it. I'm gonna do everything myself. Please bear with me over how bad this will probably be. Because it's gonna be loose. It's gonna be loosey-goosey. It's gonna be a real chill hang. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. Just trying to talk to the youth of America. Let's do some basics, right? Let's talk about some questions that I frequently get on my social media. Hello, I am Gaby. My best friend is Allison Raskin. I live in Los Angeles. Are you kidding me? Do you see this bullshit? You want to be on camera? Are you finished now? People have said, are you bi or are you pan? I didn't know when I was coming out, when I was figuring myself out, when I was 12, 13, and realizing that I liked boys and girls. I didn't know that there was such a thing as pansexual. I didn't know that there was such a thing as the gender binary. I didn't know any of that. I just knew the term bisexual, and so I applied that to myself. So when I learned the difference between bi and pan, I thought that identifying as bi would preclude me from dating people I was attracted to who were trans because I wasn't identifying as pan. People will message me on Tumblr all the time and say, well, you're not actually bisexual, Gaby, you're actually pansexual because you're attracted to people who aren't even in the gender binary. I don't know, I struggle with that. I've used the word queer a bunch because I really have, I've struggled. I don't know, and that's it. What else? Oh, polyamory, okay. I do identify as polyamorous. I've been in videos talking about being polyamorous. I've written things talking about being polyamorous. I've come in the last few years to the conclusion that that is what I am, and it's nothing to feel bad about, because I used to spend a lot of time feeling bad about how I must be a terrible person because I can't be in a monogamous relationship. But now that I've come to accept being poly, it's actually slightly easier for me to be in a monogamous relationship for periods of time, which is nice because I'm able to be honest with people, and people starting to date me know immediately what they're getting. Like, that's the thing, is that like I'll put everything out there, and then if people want to date me, that's their choice, because I don't want someone to get in a relationship with me and feel I've been dishonest or feel they didn't know what they were getting into. Like, pretty much Google me and you know what you're getting into. That being said, it doesn't mean I can't be in a monogamous relationship for periods of time. That doesn't mean that there's not negotiations. That doesn't mean that you can't be with someone who wants to be monogamous and figure out sort of workarounds or things that they are comfortable with. Being polyamorous doesn't mean that I have to go out and fuck everybody, okay? It doesn't mean that I am going around just willy-nilly ignoring the desires and feelings of my partner. In fact, I would argue polyamory allows couples to be more communicative and more honest, because if you have a crush on someone, or if you know, which is completely normal. I hate when like movies and stuff are like, oh, he has a crush on someone else, so that means this relationship isn't working. Or, you know, she wants to sleep with someone else, and so that means that this relationship is falling apart. I always think that that's stupid, because we're humans, and obviously we're going to like have desires outside of our monogamous relationships. That's just a given. That's just how we're wired. If you're not asexual, or if you're not, you know, demisexual or whatever, all these kinds of things. Even like emotional connections, like you want to talk to other people. Sometimes you get along better with someone and you're like, oh, this person, you know, my significant other doesn't want to talk to me about books. However, this person loves to read and I would love to talk to them about books. There's different levels of connection and emotional connection that go from like, you know, sexual to not sexual to like a little bit sexual maybe. I really just think there are so many gray areas in terms of like who we have in our lives that it's crazy to think that you can get 100% of what you need from one person. Just to me, this is just my opinion. Everything has to be talked about. You have to be so honest and so self-aware and so sure of yourself and know exactly what you're up to and know exactly what's going to upset them. And then you have to be so kind. You have to go out of your way to not do stuff that you know is cruel. You have to be so affectionate, and you have to be like so reassuring. But it's great, because then I just am constantly telling my partners what I love about them, and I'm constantly telling, you know, my primary partners, you know, how much they mean to me and how wonderful they are, because you need to keep strengthening that bond. And I see monogamous couples who like don't even talk. The idea that like open relationships are somehow less than blows my mind, because I've had open relationships where the people were so lovely and so communicative, and everybody knew everything that was going on and on the table, and I got to meet their other partners, and it's been lovely. And then there are monogamous relationships I've been in where the people are just liars, or they're just like not telling you anything about how they're feeling, or not telling you anything about what's going on in their lives. I would 100% of the time rather some guy be like, there's a girl at work I find attractive, than to have like what I see happen in monogamous relationships, which is you just deny that you've ever found another person attractive ever in your life. Like, you know that that's not true. So that's me. I don't know, I feel like I've talked a lot. I hope that cured some of your curiosity. I got heated about one topic. So in conclusion, I am Gabby. I am Allison's best friend. I am a writer, a comedian, a YouTuber, a journalist. I am sex positive. I am feminist. I am bisexual, pansexual, queer, and I am polyamorous, and I am not dating James Dean.